Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today's video was brought to us by new Patreon supporter Kalu. Huge thanks to Kalu and the rest of my Patreon supporters. Kalu reached out asking for a deck led by Nelly, Borca, Impulsive Accuser, and I was more than happy to build it. If you're enjoying my content, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate the support, and if you like the deck list, consider sharing this video as well. Nelly, Borca, Impulsive Accuser is a 4-mana 2/4 legendary human detective with vigilance. Whenever she attacks, we suspect target creature. A suspected creature has menace and can't block. We then goad all suspected creatures. Additionally, whenever one or more creatures an opponent controls deals combat damage to one or more of our opponents, both we and the controller of those attacking creatures each draw a card. Kalu specifically wanted a goad deck, so that's what we're building here. He didn't really have a budget in mind, but didn't want any super expensive cards in the deck. So our list wound up being about $300. But before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, Ultimate Guard. Ultimate Guard is famous for their boulders, and now they have the new Boulder and Tray. Designed to carry both your commander deck and enough dice to satisfy anyone but a dice goblin, you can get yours in a variety of colors, like the frosted one seen here. Find out if your local game store carries the Ultimate Guard Boulder and Tray, or click on the link down below to order yourself one from Amazon. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 Sudden I Win card. One last announcement before we get into our video. I've started streaming on Twitch. I've been playing mostly Final Fantasy XIV for the first hour or so, and then switching over and making commander decks for future videos. If you'd like to see what I'm working on, check out twitch.tv/DanonWildfire. Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Arid Mesa, Marsh Flats, Scalding Tarn, Sacred Foundry, Spectator Seating, Sundown Pass, Clifftop Retreat, Elegant Parlor, Alpine Meadow, Sacred Peaks, Battlefield Forge, Needleverge Pathway, Temple of Triumph, Boros Garrison, Myriad Landscape, Scavenger Grounds, 9 Plains, and 9 mountains make up the land base for this deck. Smuggler's Share, Smothering Tithe, Solemn Simulacrum, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Talisman of Conviction, Boros Signet, Mindstone, Marble Diamond, Fire Diamond, Thrawn Dynamo, Chromatic Lantern, and Sword of Hearth and Home help us to ramp out and stay ahead of the curve. Trouble in Pairs, Lauren of the Third Path, Aurelia the Law Above, Jessica's Will, Wheel of Misfortune, Big Score, Sun Titan, Fire Main Commando, Wedding Ring, Cut a Deal, Chandra Torch of Defiance, and Enlightened Tutor help us to dig through our deck and keep our hands full. Caught Red-Handed, Redemption Arc, Abrade, Destroy Evil, Rip Apart, Deflecting Palm, Generous Gift, Swords to Plowshares, Chaos Warp, Path to Exile, and Stroke of Midnight help us to keep our opponents in line. Spectacular Showdown, Comeuppance, and Farewell help us to reset the board as needed. Argus Cost, Spirit of Justice, Duelist's Heritage, Gisela, Blade of Gold Knight, Rite of the Raging Storm, Fiendish Duo, Aurelia the Warleader, Lightning Greaves, Swiftfoot Boots, and Delney's Streetwise Lookout make up the core of our deck. Supporting our plan, we've got Shiny Impetus, Bothersome Quasit, Agitator Ant, Curse of Opulence, Disrupt Decorum, Immortal Obligation, Take the Bait, Bloodthirsty Blade, Baloth Baratul Entertainer, Hot Pursuit, Geode Rager, Havoc Eater, Death Kiss, Master Warcraft, and War's Toll. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 49 mana sources split between 36 lands and 14 pieces of ramp. 13 pieces of card advantage counting our commander. 11 pieces of interaction plus 15 goat effects. 3 board wipes. 2 pieces of graveyard hate in Farewell and Scavenger Grounds. 1 sudden I win card in Aurelia the Warleader. Aurelia gives us extra combat every turn. All we need to do to get infinite combats is equip a different creature with Sword of Hearth and Home. If we do, we can just flicker Aurelia after every combat, which allows her to trigger again, giving us infinite combat steps. And since all of our opponents are tapped out because their creatures have all been goated, this should win us the game. But even if we don't find that combo, we can still win the game through other nefarious methods. Most of our deck is built around the idea of pointing our opponent's creatures at each other rather than us. That's what a goat deck does. The problem is, goat decks don't really work in a 1v1 scenario. So, assuming that the game is down to us and one other player, we will need a way to ensure their demise. Good thing we've got Comeuppance and Master Warcraft in the deck. Either of these should help to turn the tide to ensure that we come out the victor in a close game. Do you have a Nelly Borca Impulsive Accuser deck? What's your secret deck tech? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. For only $25, you too can have a Commander video built at your request. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Danny, Muffins, Marcus, Squishy, Brett, Roxy, Sean, Pob Zombie, Mark, Borgie, Nazwin, Pedro, Tom, Cole, Midge, Detroff, Rally, Frank, Alex, Jenny, Alex, Julio, Michael, Valeri, Kalu, and Aprico. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.